good morning all. Uh, Myself, Dr. Sunil. I would like to welcome Dr. Shashank. On behalf of Oro University and School of IT, I would like to welcome Dr. Shashank.
Thank you, sir.
And Dr. Shashank is presently working as a head of Computer Science Department, Sigma Institute of Engineering. He obtained his BE degree from Department of Computer Engineering, BIT, Vadodara. Subsequently, he obtained his MTech degree from Charuset University and completed his PhD in computer engineering from Madhav University, Rajasthan. He has published 104 research papers in reputed international journals and conferences like Thomas Retuter conferences, including IEEE, elsewhere, Springer. His main research work focus on image processing, computer vision, information security, theory of computation, and data mining. He has published 8 books and 1 patent. He has received 30 awards for academic and research achievement. Welcome, Dr. Shashank.
Thank
Over
you.
to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, all of you. Good morning. Today's webinar on real-time applications of image processing. And now you know image processing is very important role in the field of computer engineering and electronics engineering. Means if you see the two branch, electronics and image and computer engineering, both the branch image processing is very important, and lots of research are going on image processing by using deep learning, machine learning, then computer vision. Okay, these all are the also all branches are related to each other. Okay, but today's our topic is based on the real time applications of image processing. Okay, real time application. Now I am Dr. Shashank Degarwala, associate professor and head of department computer engineering, Sigma Institute of Engineering, Vadodara, Gujarat. Okay, and and I will show you next PPT. 1 minute. Topic outlines. The topic outlined is what is image? Yes, the first question is what is image? Okay, the second is which type of you are work on image. If you work with the image processing, then you are taking which type of image. Then formats of the image. Image are there in which type of format. Images are there in which type of format is. Then key stages in digital image processing. Then applications of image processing. Means you are taking which applications. Means you see which applications as a research point of view. And I have done research till date. I have published 104 research paper in the field of image processing, computer vision and deep learning. And I will show you which type of research I have done in this field. Okay, and you will also see you can also do the research in this field. Okay, and I motivate you to do the research in this computer in image processing field. Okay, then I will show you the first what is image. Yes, if you take any photo by using your camera, yes, it is image. It is in a different you see the pixel values are different. Okay, and you see if you use the source as your camera. Okay, camera you see you are using the different types of camera, then you will get the good means the quality of the image is very nice. Okay, you see this is the how you can take the image. Okay, now you need nowadays people are very interested in 3D image. There are two. Most of people are using two images. One is 2D and another is 3D. Okay, but nowadays people are interested in 3D image also. Okay, please. Now you see the what is image. Okay, now what is image? Image is a set of pixel. Now what is pixel? Pixel is a set of elements. Pixel is a picture elements, and pixel is a what is image? Image is a set of pixel. And if any problem, please write down in chat box. I will see in chat box. Good morning. Okay, all the messages are okay. Okay, no problem. Now what is image? The image is a set of pixel. And what is pixel? The pixel is a what is pixel? Pixel is a pictorial elements. Okay, and pixel value is totally depends on the intensity of the pixel value. Okay, your image quality is depends on the intensity value, and intensity value you see this particular image, you have a row and column, you have a row and column, r cross c. R cross c means r is a row and c is your column. Means if you see this, you have, for example, 256 cross 256 image, you have 152 cross 152 image. Means this is called as a row and column. Okay, and always, all of you please mind well, always the image is always in a form of matrices. If you are good in matrices and mathematics of matrices, then you can solve any problem of image processing. Okay, because your image is totally your image is always in a form of matrices. Okay, and you done the operation, all the operation, mathematical operation on the matrices. Okay, because your image is always convert into into matrices. Okay, all of you get it. And this is the very important. If you have a color image, and in color image is also called as RGB image. Means red, green and blue components are there. Okay, you see in this picture, you have a three components, R, G and B. And what is the range? How you can identify the range? The range is totally depends on the intensity value. Now, how to find the intensity value? If you have a, I will tell you all the concept of image. Okay, you know about up to this point, you know about the image, and this is the 2D image. This is the 2D image. Okay, I will not cover the 3D image. But today's you see the only x and y coordinates, means it is a 2D image. Okay, and I will also show you all the applications on the 2D image, not 3D image. All of you please mind well. Okay, now you see, if you have a RGB image, okay, RGB means it is called as a color image. Now if you have a color image, and in color image you have a different three components, and all the color image is made up of these three components, R, G and B. Okay, R, G and B. R means red component, G means green component, and B means blue component. Okay, now what is the intensity value? And we will see in the next PPT. All of you see please in the next PPT. Yes, types of image in 2D. Okay, two dimension, X and Y coordinate. Okay, now you see the image. There are three types of image. The first is black and white image. Black and white image is also called as a binary image. Black and white image is also called as a binary image. The second one is grayscale image. Grayscale image is also called as a 8-bit image. Okay, grayscale image is also called as a 8-bit image. And last one is color image. It is also called as the RGB image. There are three types of image. The first one is black and white image. It is also called as a binary image. Okay, then next is grayscale image. It is also called as 8-bit image. And color image, it is also called as the RGB image. Up to this point, all of you are clear? Up to this point, all of you have a clear types of image? All of you are clear? If you are clear, then please write down the clear in the chat box. If you are clear, then please write down clear in chat box. Okay. Okay. No problem. Okay. Now we will see the next thing. Now you see the black and white image. What is the black and white image? You see, this is the black and white image. 1 minute. Yes, in black and white image, black color indicates 0 pixel value and white color indicates the 1 pixel value 1. Okay. Now next is in grayscale image. Yes, I told you that grayscale image is also called as a 8-bit image. Yes, it is a 8-bit image. Means how many possibilities are there? 2⁸ possibilities. If 2⁸ possibilities means it is starting from 0 to 255. Means 2⁸ means 256. The value is 256, and the intensity value is starting from 0 to 255. In RGB image, if you take the separate R component, G component and B component, all three are the grayscale image. And combination of these three, you convert into the color image. Okay. And RGB image, you see the Intensity. What is intensity first? What is intensity? Intensity means amount of brightness. What is intensity? Intensity means amount of brightness. And what is brightness? Brightness means source of light. And your source is very nice. If you use the very nice camera, okay, then your intensity of the your intensity of the particular, you see the quality of the image is very nice. Okay, now you see the color image. In color image there are three components, R, G and B components. Okay, and if you see this RGB, in R component your intensity value is 0 to 255. In G component means green component, your intensity value is also 0 to 255, and in blue component it is also intensity is 0 to 255. Okay, now you see the next thing. This is the black and white image. You see if the color, if you see you have a 2 pixel values, one is black 0 and one is white for 1. Okay, now next is, you see this is the grayscale image. First is grayscale image. You see what is the difference between, you see what is the difference between grayscaling is there in image, and you see the first image is black and white image. In black and white image you see the pixel value, you see in you see on in grayscale image the intensity value is 0 to 255. If you always if you take the image as an input, then always it is convert into the matrices. Always it convert into the matrices. Up to this point all of you are clear. Okay, up to this point all of you are clear. Now you see the next thing is, this is the RGB image. It is also called as a color image. Up to this point all of you are clear. Types of image, there are three types of image. Mostly you are using these three types of image for the image processing. RGB, then RGB also called as a color image, then grayscale image, it is 8-bit image, then binary image, it is called as a black and white image. Okay, up to this point all of you are clear. If you have any doubt, then please ask me in your chat box, otherwise I will go ahead. Now next is a format of, data compression. Means there are two types of data compression. One is lossy and another is lossless. Okay, in image also you have a two types of compression, lossless compression and lossy compression. Okay, lossless compression and lossy compression in image processing also. Lossy and lossless compression in yes sir, thank you Dheeraj sir. Okay, in lossy and lossless image compression also there are two types of image compression. All of you please mind that. Based on this you have a based on this, 1 minute. Based on this, now you see the next part. Image format. Yes, the image is in a form of TIFF format, tagged image file format. TIFF is not a compressed image. It is not a compression image. Okay, now you see the next. You see the PNG. PNG is portable network graphics. PNG is a lossless image compression. PNG is a lossless image compression. Now next is JPG. JPG is a joint graphics. What is the full form? Joint Graphics Expert Group. It is a lossy image compression, and most of time you are using JPG format. Most of time you are using JPG format because it is a lossy image compression and the image is compressed. And if you see the ratio of the compression and the result of the compression, the very compressed image is JPG image. Okay, you know this very well. Next one is GIF image. Graphical, you know nowadays in mobile you are using this GIF image, and it is a lossless image compression image. Data is not, means your data is not lost in this image. Okay, your pixel value is not lost in this graphic interchange format. And next one is BMP image. It is a bitmap format, and bitmap is not a image compression image. You see TIFF and BMP both are not image compression technique, but PNG and GIF TIFF is lossless and JPG is a lossy image compression technique. Well, up to this point, all of you clear? Yes, sir. Okay. Most of
Yes,
you.
sir. Please continue.
Okay.
Sir, we will take the question answer in last 10 minutes.
Okay. 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 No problem, sir. We will see the questions and answer at the last. Okay. Now you see the next portion. The very important. If you learn the image processing, then you must know the key stages. 1 minute. Yes. Yes. If you take the any photo, or you can take the luminance, and you know the if you take the photo from any source, means source as you are using the camera, okay, DSLR camera and any camera, and first step is you collect the data, okay, and these are all are the key stages in digital image processing. Which are the key stages of digital image processing? You see these key stages. The first is image acquisition, okay, means you take the capture the images and you capture the images, then it generate the data set of images, means now you see the image enhancement. If you want to improve the quality of the image, there are two domains for the image. One is spatial domain and another is transform domain. And spatial domain is you are taking the real pixel value, and in transform domain it is also called as a frequency domain. You convert your time domain into the frequency domain, and this data is you are not taking the original pixel value, okay, you convert one pixel to another frequency domain, okay. Now you see the image restoration. You see the first image and second image. What is the difference between image restoration? If you have a damaged image, and if you convert into the proper image, then this is the image restoration. Now you see this is the morphological operation. There are if you learn this subject image processing, then you must know about the morphological operation, okay. And most of time you are using this morphological opening, closing, okay. These type of operations are there. And also you have a segmentations. The segmentation is very important. You see, if you see the picture of point, and you segment based on the is its shape, you see the segmented image, okay. Then object recognition, you are using for object recognition. You have three types of, for example, you have three types of data of iris, okay, and then based on this you can classify based on the object recognition. Then representation and description. You see, if you have a pixel value, then if you have different pixels, and you want to join by using some method image processing algorithm, then it is represented like this. Then image compression, I told you. You see, this is to compress the image, and you see the compression ratio also, okay. You want to compress the image, for example, you have a 450 KB image and you convert into the 200 KB image, then you can compress the image, okay. This is also topic of image processing, image compression. The next is color image processing. Yes, you have a different color models. You have a different color models. You have a different color models. For first you see the color image model, then you have a HSI color model, then you have a CMYK color model. These all are the color models are there, and you use this color model, okay. Up to this point all of you are clear. Color image processing, you are using color, means you convert the one color into another color, and you will get the result based on this. It is based on the application also. You are using which application, based on this application you can see that, okay, this is better to convert this model into another model, okay. It is based on the applications. Up to this point all of you are clear. Now you see the main topic of this today's webinar, applications of image processing. Yes, which are the applications of image processing, okay. Now you see the first applications of image processing is signature verification. you know, this signature verification is the example of the digital image processing application. Okay, if you do the any sign on anywhere, and then you capture the image and you verify by your old data, and you have a new data, and you verify it that this image. If you go to the bank, and in bank you do the sign on your check. Okay, but if you it verify by the only human, it is not verified by the computer. Okay, but if you see the in different industry and different government sector, if you do the proper signature, then your login will be open. Okay, this is the signature verification is the applications of the image processing. It is totally based on the image processing. Okay, the first application is signature verification. Okay, now you see the next. Now you see the next. Yes, you see this is the blurred image. All of you see, please. This is the blurred image. Okay, after the applying the image processing algorithm, the blurred image is converted into the your proper image. This is the output by using the image processing. First you have a blurred image, and then you apply the image processing algorithm, then you convert into the this type of image. This is called as also the application of image processing. If you have any doubt, then please write down in chat box, otherwise you are clear. Image deblurring, this concept is called as an image deblurring. You deblurring means you remove the blur, then you can say it is a image deblurring. You can say it is a image deblurring. What is the difference between image and digital image? Both are same. If you take the real time data, then you can say it is a digital. Means image and digital image both are same. You can take the real time image for the image processing, because you know today's topic is based on the digital image, means real time application of image processing. Both are same. If I am not writing digital, then it is you consider as a digital image. Okay. Up to this point, all of you are clear. It asked the question by one member. That's why I give the answer.
Sir, we will take the question in the last.
Okay. No problem. This is called as the image deblurring. Okay. Now you know this concept, image deblurring. All of you get it? Okay. Now you see the next image inpainting. Yes, you see the first first image, and you see the second image. After the inpainting is also called as image abusing. If you see this, the first image is your input image. You see it is a damaged image, and after you applying the some algorithm of image inpainting, then you convert into the real image. You see real time. You see what is the difference between your source image and your target image. You see the difference. Yeah, see, up to this point all of you are clear. Okay, now you see the next. If someone write on the image and you want to remove, this is also this is also the example of image inpainting. This is also example of image inpainting. The first example, you see the image as a source input, and you see in the second the someone wrote on the particular image, and you will apply the image processing algorithm, then you convert into this type of image. This is also the output image. You see what is the difference between input and output. You see what is the difference between input and output. All of you get it? What is the difference between image input and output? This is also applications of image inpainting. Image inpainting, this is the application of image processing, image inpainting, and it is also called as image abusing. All of you get it? Up to this point all of you are clear? No? Okay. Up to this point all of you are clear?
Yes, no problem. Please go ahead.
Okay. Now you see the next. Video inpainting. Yes. You know image and video both are same. Only the what is the difference? You create the set of frames based on the video. You create the set of frames based on the video, and always the frames are always in a form of image. Okay. Video in painting, image in painting. You see the if you see the in the first image, you have one umbrella. Okay. If you want to remove this umbrella, you can also use image in painting. You are not using any software. You make your own algorithm, and you remove it by using image processing algorithm. Okay. Someone asked you me any software for the deblooding and these type of, yes, inbuilt maybe software is available, but you can also based on the research, you can also based on the research paper reading, you can also develop your own algorithm also. Okay, for the image deblooding and image video image in painting and video in painting. Okay, you see the second example of video in painting. The input sequence is given to you, and this is the output. Okay, now you see the next example is texture synthesis. You have it is also an example of image super resolution. It is also example of image super resolution. What is image super resolution? If you have very small amount of image and you convert into the very large amount of image, you see the name image super resolution. Okay, you have a very small amount of image and you convert into the very large amount of image. This is the example of the texture synthesis also. This is the example of texture synthesis. If you have a very small amount of image and you want to convert into the large amount, then you are using image super resolution or image texture synthesis. Okay, up to this point all of you are clear? Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay. Up to this point, all of you are clear. Okay. Yes. In USA, this is possible because if you have a good knowledge of traffic monitoring, if you have a good knowledge of how to work with how to drive your car in USA or here also you in India, you have also rules and regulations, but people are not using rules and regulations. But here you see in if you have a video and if you want to there are lots of video cameras are there. Okay, if you want to monitoring the traffic, it is also by using, you can also do by using image processing. This is the also example of image processing, or you can say applications of image processing, traffic monitoring. Then face detection. Yes, you can also you see this is the multi-object face detection. You see there are multi-object means what you have in the image you see there are two or three two faces are there. Okay, and means you detect the multi-object. You detect the multi-object. It is here you have not a single object. Here you have a multi-object. Means this is also the application multi-object detection. It is also applications of means this is a face detection, and it is a multi-object. You can also have application of single object detection also. Okay, this is the face detection. Now in medical application you see the first skin cancer. The first example is skin cancer. If you have a photo of skin and then you detect it and you give the answer and you can classify it. Okay, this is the skin cancer. Okay, yeah, then you have also detect the brain tumor also. I have not written in this PPT, but brain tumor you can also detect. You can also detect the fracture. Means these all are the, you can say if you want to do the PhD in the image processing, these are the live topic of lung cancer detection. Okay, and detection and classification is also there. Lung cancer, then fracture detection. You can detect the fracture, and also you measure the scale. Okay, up to which point you have also you can measure the cancer also. Okay, based on this particular application of image processing. Now in diabetic patients there are you see the diabetic patients, you see the retina of diabetic patients. Type 1 and type 2 diabetes are there. Okay, if you based on your eye, you can also classify the which type of diabetes is there or not. Okay, this is the also application of medical image processing. This is the medical image processing. This is the medical image processing. It is also, this is the type of the medical side, medical image processing. Okay. Okay. Now you see the next. This is the application of medical side. Yes, this is very, very important nowadays. You see COVID-19. This is the also applications of if you have an X-ray image. For example, if you have an X-ray image, and based on the X-ray, you have a data set. The inbuilt data set is I will give you my contact number. I will give you the data set also if you want the data set. This is the COVID-19 X-ray data set, and based on the COVID-19 data set, people have the many researchers are working on it today. Based on the, you see the first image is corona positive image and second is corona negative image. Means COVID-19 positive and COVID-19 negative image. For this you take the image as an input. Which image you are taking as an input? You are taking the image as your chest X-ray. Okay, your chest X-ray as an input, and then you can classify based on this image processing and computer vision algorithm. You can classify based on this, and you can also use the deep learning also. Why you are using deep learning? Because you have a large amount of image, then you can use the deep learning. Otherwise, you use the image processing and computer vision to detect the COVID-19. Okay, this is the also medical applications. All of you get it? COVID-19 is also COVID-19 positive or negative detection based on this image processing. Okay. You are using, for this you are using segmentation, then age detection. These all are the algorithms are there. Today's topic I have not covered the which are the techniques are used for the image processing, because today's topic is only real-time applications of image processing. It is totally based on the real-time applications of image processing. Well, up to this point, all of you clear? This is also a medical image, medical side, medical image processing. Now next is COVID-19 face mask detection. Yes, this is also if you capture the photo of any person, they wear a proper mask or not. You can also classify based on this image processing algorithm. You capture the photos and you apply the image processing and you detect the face, and after the detection of face, you see the mask is there or not. Based on the algorithm, you can apply the segmentation for this. Okay, because your noise is not there, your mouth is not there, means based on this age, based on these features, you remove these features, and then you can say that the mask is wear or not. You see the first is mask is wear data set, and second one is not mask. This is the also the applications of the, this is the also the applications of COVID-19 based on the COVID-19. Okay, this is also based on the COVID-19 data set. Okay, this is the also application. The next application is very you see this application. This is the live application. All are live applications. Yes, social distancing detector. Yes, this is the also application of computer vision and image processing. Okay, you see social distancing violation. Okay, how many persons have violated the, you count the figure based on the video. If you have a video, and if you want to count the how many people are violating the violations of the social distancing, then you can also capture. If you see there are two things, one is green and another is red. Based on you see the red. Any, please mute your mic. BP Singh sir, please mute your mic.
Shashank sir, sorry to disturb you. There is an important announcement. Can we?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This is the important announcement for all the participants. Please, a link is appear in the chat section. Please fill the form carefully for generating e-certificate for this seminar. Thank you, sir. Carry on.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now you see the social distancing detector. Okay, based on the social distancing detecting the violation, how many people are violating the social distancing, means you see middle two persons are walking together. Okay, and you see other are, you see this one, people are walking means they maintain the social distance. Okay, this is the also applications of image processing and computer vision. Okay, okay, okay. Now you see the next. Yes, you see the bubble sheet multiple choice scanner and taste grader using OMR. Okay, for example, you have an input image. You see this input image, the OMR sheet is there. Okay, and based on the OMR, you click. You see, you attempt the OMR on the OMR questions. You see B, E, A, D, B is there. Okay, and you see the it is also detect. Okay, it is also detect by using. It is also detect by using image processing. It is also detect by using image processing. All of you get it? Any doubt? Any doubt? In this bubble sheet, multiple you can scan by using scanner, and you take the photos, and based on the photo you can also detect this. You have give the answer of B, E, A, D, and you get the 100% accuracy. Now next is very important softwares for the image processing. You are using MATLAB for to write the code. You are using MATLAB, Matrix Laboratory. The full form is Matrix Laboratory. Then you are also using OpenCV. MATLAB is not a free software. It is a license. You purchase the license version of MATLAB, and then you do the image processing on it by using. You purchase the library of image processing, and then you work on the MATLAB. Okay, then you work on the MATLAB. And you see the in open for the OpenCV. In OpenCV you have open source computer vision library. This is the you can use in Python also. OpenCV library you can use in Python also, and you can use in .NET also. You can use in Python also, you can use in .NET also. And this is the open source library. The name is UC. It is open source. Okay, you can use directly. And if you, what is the difference between MATLAB and OpenCV? If someone will ask me the question, MATLAB is not open source. OpenCV is open source software, open source library. And in MATLAB, you are writing the lots of means there are library. You can write the some large amount of code in MATLAB, but in OpenCV, you can use directly the functions, and based on the functions, you will get the answer within 10 lines or 15 lines. Means it is very easy. Okay, means nowadays people are use OpenCV for the image processing and computer vision. Okay, up to this point all of you are clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, please resend the for the e-certificate. Please resend the link, sir.
Yes, sir. Please continue, sir.
Okay. Now I have done this type of research till date. You see this my research. The first research I have completed. I have published the 104 research paper, and based on this research paper, I have also do the research in vegetables, then fruits of the image, then medical image, then different types of image. The first you see this application of image fusion. The first is a application. You see the first is a based on the image fusion techniques. Okay, in image fusion, first you have a CT scan image and MRI image, and based on the CT scan and MRI image, you fuse the image. Then you will get the you improve the quality based on the some algorithm of image multi-resolution and multi-scaling algorithm, DWT and DRT type of algorithm, discrete wavelet transform and discrete replet transform. These type of algorithms are available inbuilt algorithms are available in MATLAB and in OpenCV also. You can apply this type of algorithm for the fusion. Means you want to merge this by using fusion, and then you will see the result. You can see the result is very nice in the right hand side image. You see, based on the image fusion, means CT scan and MRI image. Based on the CT scan and MRI, you will get this type of result. Okay, now you see the next. Yes, the next is content based image retrieval system. Now, what is content and what is context? The first is an example of content-based image retrieval system. For example, nowadays in Google, this is also possible. If you give the input as in Google, you are writing the text, then you will get the output. But if you search based on the image, then you can also get the images. But how to improve this searching based on the content-based image retrieval? First, you have a query image. For example, you want to search the different rows. Okay, then you apply the features to find the shape features, texture features, color features. These are all the features of the image processing, and then you find out the features. Now you have an image data set. Yes, for this you must have a data. If you must have a image database. For example, in this image data set, you have a numbers of images. Okay, then you also find the feature vector of all the images. You also find that this is also time consuming process. The time complexity is very huge in this. Then you find the features. Then you are using the similarity measurement. Means you how to find the similarity measurement by using the Euclidean algorithm and algorithm and Manhattan algorithm. These all are the algorithms are available. You know this the distance to find the distance between these two features. And if the distance is very nearest, then you put the first one image, and you will get the retrieve the image. Then you retrieve the image based on this similarity measurement. Okay, you put into the descending to ascending order, and you see these are the result. Means different rows image you can capture. Okay, all of you get it? Content based CBIR, content based image retrieval system. This is also research done by me. This is also applications of image processing. Last you see the applications is image fusion. It is based on the medical image side, and it is based on the CT scan and MRI image. It is based on the CT scan and MRI image. The next you see about the content based image retrieval system. You can also based on the context. Means you write anything, and you can. There are two types of image retrieval. One is content based and another is context based. Context based is also possible. Means you write something and you capture the images. This is the content based. All of you get it about the content based. Okay, CBIR. Now next is I also published the paper based on this dengue infection classification by using hybrid segmentation and Herlich features. Herlich is the features, and hybrid segmentation techniques you are using GLCM, and these are the features techniques, and the CBIK LAB color model you are using. For this dengue infection, the main thing is your WBC. You have three types of there are three types of dengue infection. There are three types of dengue infection. You want to classify based on the SVM algorithm. You can also use random forest algorithm. These all are the machine learning algorithm. But for before the classification, before classification, you can also apply the image processing algorithm on WBC image. You have a WBC image. There are two things are very important in our blood. One is WBC and another is platelet count. Okay, but most of your immunity power is totally based on the WBC, white blood cell. Okay, and you take the photos of white blood cell, you apply the segmentation, then you apply the features extraction, and based on the features you apply the SVM algorithm, and you generate based on the SVM you generate the confusion matrix. You know what about the confusion matrix, and based on the confusion matrix you find the accuracy, precision, and recall. Okay, this is the example of dengue infection classification. Okay, now image watermarking. There are two types of image watermarking. One is visible and another is invisible. And I also completed my PhD in invisible watermarking, not a visible watermarking. If you want to hide the data into the image, and if you want to hide the data, and there are three aspects of the image watermarking. One is capacity, security, and robustness. Because why you have a capacity? If you want to 256 cross 256 image, then you hide the large amount of data. Then you can use this type of algorithm. There are two types of domain I told you. One is spatial domain and another is transform domain. If you use the transform domain, then you can hide the large amount of data into the image, because you convert the time domain into the frequency domain. Okay, and then in frequency domain you have a large amount of large amount of space to hide the data. Okay, means this is called as a, and you have a redundant bit. Means what is the meaning of redundant bit? If you have a redundant bit, means what? What is the meaning of redundant bit? Yes, this is very, very important. The redundant bit means what? A redundant bit means you have if you hide the data, means you replace the particular pixel value with your original data, original pixel value with the your another, means you are hiding pixel value, then there is no change in redundant bit. Okay, means you find the redundant bit. Okay, now you see the multi-object tracking. This is also published in Springer. My paper is published in Springer. You see the occlusion. You see the occlusion detection. You first of all you see you have one video. You see this video. You see this video. I play this video. You see behind one lady, another lady is also there. Then also two objects are after the occlusion, because one after another, one person is behind the another person. Then also detect the particular both the object. Then you can see it is you can detect the object under the occlusion detection. Okay, this is the also applications of image processing, occlusion detection, multi-object tracking under the occlusion detection. Okay, now next is you see the in night match, day-night match. You see if you there are 4 or 5 cameras, 4 or 5 halogens are there. There are lots of halogens are there, and if you want to capture the photos of any cricketer, and multi shadow is detected. If you capture the first detect the multi shadow of the particular bowler or particular cricketer, okay, you see the pictures also, and you first detect the shadow, and this is also this paper is also published in IEEE Explorer. Okay, and you capture the photos, and then you see that there are 4 or 5 shadows are there. If you want to first detect this shadow, and then after the shadow you apply the ablassing. I told you ablassing also you can say it is an image in painting. You can also call as image in painting. Means multi light source, shadow detection, and ablassing. All of you get it up to this point? If you have any doubt, then please write down in chat box. There is no query.
So we'll take the questions in the last.
Okay, sir. Okay. Now you see the next. Yes, you know blood cancer is also called as a leukemia cancer. Okay, for the leukemia cancer, ALL, it is also called as a acute lymphoblastic leukemia, ALL. Okay, how to find the you see the WBC image. Here you are also using the WBC image. There are lots of data sets are available of WBC image. Based on this WBC image, you can also classify. There are 3 types of ALL: ALL1, ALL2, and ALL3. ALL3 is very dangerous. ALL3 is very dangerous. Okay, and if you want to classify based on the WBC image, you apply the some algorithm of segmentation and feature extraction, and then you find out this is the which type of you see after the segmentation, the size of you see the size of you see in a segmented image, the size is increased of WBC count in ALL cancer. Okay, in ALL3 it increased largely, very large. Okay, this is called this way you can classify based on the ALL1, ALL2 and ALL3. Yes, I have in this paper the next is very important topic, and you see this topic, apple fruit disease detection and classification. Yes, you have a different disease in apple also. In apple you have a different types of disease also. For example, you see the next in the next PPT, you will see the example. The first is the apple scraps. You can see this is the disease of apple scraps. I have also published the book based on this topic. Apple scraps. Then you see this is the apple rot. This is the infection of apple rot. And last one is you see the apple blotch. This is all the fungal disease. This is the fungal disease. Okay, you can based on you give the input, and this is the you can also use the PCA for the dimensionality reduction and all. You see this you see the diagram of this, means this is the proposed work of the apple fruit disease detection. You see this diagram, you have a different you have first you see this is the training data set. In training data set you have this type of apple fruit disease apple images disease in apple disease images. Then you apply the color and texture features, GCH and LBP, and then you apply the Gabor filter, then you apply the PCA, then you apply both together, and then you apply the input image. Then you also find the your means features, and if it is Gabor, then you apply the Gabor, then you apply the PCA algorithm for the what is the use of PCA to reduce the dimension, because after the applying this type of features, your image dimension is increased. That's why you apply the feature PCA. Why you are using PCA, all of you know this very well. Then you apply the classifier. If it is infected, then apply the disease road. If it is normal, then it generate the normal, and then you apply the after this you generate the segmented image. If it is infected less than 1%, then you can say it is normal. If it is infected less than 25%, is partially infected. And if it is infected based on the segmentation, you can say that okay, this is infected how many percentage, okay, based on the segmentation technique. And then if infected greater than 50%, then you can say if is greater than 50%, if infected greater than 50%, it is moderate, and it is yes, then no, not greater than 50, then you can say it is moderately infected. And if it is infected yes, greater than 50%, then you can say that it is unhealthy. This is you can say this is the also implementation by using SVM, KN and K nearest neighbor. Then you can also apply the random forest. Random forest is always give the good result based on the, you can see this apple fruit disease detection. This is the also unhealthy and healthy. This is my book. I have published this book, image processing by using MATLAB. Okay, you can also if you want to this book, then you can also tell me about this book. Okay, this is the practical book for the image processing using MATLAB. Okay, and thank you so much for you listening me. Okay, and up to I have completed this session. And that's all for today. And please ask me if you have any questions, please write down in the chat box. Yes, please send me what is OMR. You don't know OMR sheet? OMR sheet is used in India and other country also. for to give the if you want to give the online test, or if you have offline test of the on the paper, and then you will then you put the bubble mark on this your true answer. Okay. How to differentiate two different features from single pixel. What is the difference between image and digital? Both are same, digital image and images. How to differentiate two different features? Yes, in features for the single pixel, for the features you have a different values, mean, median, and these type of values. Then you can differentiate. If you apply the same algorithm, if you apply the different features on the particular image means it is a pixel, then you can differentiate based on the pixel, based on the particular features value, based on the particular features value, because different features have different values. Means based on your requirement, you can find out you can apply the features.
Shashank sir, there is a question.
No, I will see.
What are the best and free image editing app or softwares?
Best are the best and free image editing software. I am not using this editing software or this type of software, but we always take the real time data, okay, and then we apply the image processing. You are not taking the any type of image like you capture it and then you use it. But we always, for the medical image point of view, we always take the real time data, okay, and real time data is available on website, different website. So someone will ask you about the feedback link. Okay,
no problem.
If any problem, then I will give the answer. 1 minute, I will see the last comment also.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Shashank sir.
Share this PPT.
Okay. So, dear participants, thank you for attending the webinar on real-time applications of image processing. We hope that you find the webinar informative and worthwhile. Dr. Shashank did
Yes.
an outstanding job of sharing his expertise with you. On behalf of Oro University, thank you, Dr. Shashank sir,
Thank you.
for speaking to our students and other participants. We are grateful for the time and effort you took to share your thoughts and experience with all of us. Thank you for your contribution. Please accept our sincere appreciation for the outstanding presentation. Thank you, Shashank.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.